Whew, blimey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You know what's coming. And welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's tough today, right? Very tough. I was more right than ever. And that's why it hurts, because I'm out. FOMO, fear of missing out. It's the toughest lesson of any investor we have to face every day. You do your analysis, you work out what a stock is worth. I told you between 80 and 96. I owned Coca-Cola at 68. I made 24,000 from my first trade, 14,000 from the next trade, 4,000 from the next one, 3,000 from the next one. And I said, it's rising too fast. Take my money. There's bigger concerns at foot now. And then it rallies like this. And remember, Coca-Cola doesn't go up this fast, but it is today. It's getting one almighty boost. FOMO is the toughest thing. You know what a business is worth. You did the analysis. You know it's going to 80 bucks. You know dividends around the corner. You know that it could go to 96, and yet you're sitting watching it. You have to remember what you made and what you have, not what you don't have and what you didn't have. You can't get upset when you didn't buy a lottery ticket and then say, if I'd bought a lottery ticket, I would have won $1 million. I have to remember, I told you that this was a great stock, and it is. I told you it was undervalued, and it is. But it's now getting less overvalued by the second. $80 by the end of the year, not $80 today. We're at $72.60. We're getting very, very expensive again, which is great if you're still in it. If I was in it now, I'd be selling it again. Abso-flippin-lutely I would. Of course I would. But it's the weight of responsibility. I physically feel sick today because I'm only human and I make mistakes just like everybody else. And I was right identifying the value. It's going to 80 bucks. I was right taking profit many, many times. You have to focus on that because I made profit. That's why my portfolio looks like that today, from $5,000 to $307,000. I've got no risk right now. I've got no stress right now. Yeah, try and convince myself of that one. So the market could crash right now and nothing would happen. I'm earning 4% this year. I've already made 4% this year. I'm going to earn 4% on my S-Gov. I'm making 4%. So I'm still winning. I'm still doing well. I'm still beating the market. But all of you, many of you now will be feeling this, thinking, why did I stay in? Oh my God. What about the phrase, let your winners run? Sensei talks about it a lot. It's tough, but remember what you did make. Remember what you do have and let it go. It's a great business. Should I buy it now? Of course not. Of course not. If I bought it now, I'm going against every principle that I hold. Of course you don't buy it now. You let it go now and you wait for an opportunity, because what you've seen right now is confirmation that others know it's going to 80. So you've got an even better opportunity to buy it when it sells off, because it will. Because it will. And when it does, you're ready to do it again, but you cannot chase. And what we're seeing right now is the S&P breaking down. You're hearing from people that the S&P and the markets are amazing and pumping and stuff. They are not. The S&P is down today. Oh, sorry, slightly up. Over the year, it is completely flat. Oh, it's at 0.42 for the whole year so far. 3 weeks. It's hardly moved at all. The S&P isn't going anywhere. And that's what's happening. If we go into the Mag 7, Meta's up, Microsoft is up, Google is down. It's a mixed picture. McDonald's, that's a defensive play. Nvidia is up but going flat. waiting for another trim off. Markets are all over the place. Some assets are up, some are down, but money's being taken out of some sectors and going into defensive. That's why Coca-Cola is running. But in a moment, somebody will say something, people will take profits and buy back risk on assets once again. We're seeing crypto preparing for a crash before the pump. We'll explain that on Monday. Bitcoin is 90,000, just doesn't break any higher, just sits there. XRP, just sitting there. I've been sitting in this range now for ages. I can't do anything. It's frustrating. Ethereum, just going nowhere. So FOMO is a real thing. Know what the value of the business is, and know $72 to pay for a business worth 80 in 12 months is still good. You can still buy Coca-Cola. Absolutely you can. But it could go back to 68 just like that. Probably will. I'm ready to buy it unless there's something else better. But our job as investors is to identify great businesses that are undervalued. Stand by that and let everybody else do the trading. Let everybody else go in and out like a blue-ass fly. We'll do that as well. We'll buy it as well. Don't get me wrong. I'll take trades. I'll make profits all over the place. But today, it's a test of mettle. Patience. It's the hardest lesson that everybody learns. I physically feel sick. I hate feeling this way. I wish I could walk away from it right now. Because guess what, folks? With the amount of knowledge I have on Coca-Cola, with the amount of conviction that I have on Coca-Cola, you've seen me do it, with the amount of money that I have in Coca-Cola, with the amount of margin that I was using, remember, I had a quarter of 300 grand in margin plus 300 grand. I had $600,000 of Coca-Cola. Guess how much? Today, I'm out. Today, one day. How much? Anyone guess? Here it comes. $20,000. 20 grand. Half the price I paid for my first home, I could have had today. So don't tell me about FOMO. I've got FOMO, but I'm resisting because I know $80 is a very expensive price by the end of the year. It's January the 23rd. Have some patience. There will be a pullback. You will see Coca-Cola go down again, and it will run to 80. Yes, you could have bought it and sold it now and bought it. I've done it how many times? But you can't buy it now. Of course you can. If it goes to 73 today, you make another 40 cents a share. Why not? Another percent. Up we go again. Why not? But my lessons I've always learned, I've shared here on the show, is look for value. Don't overbuy. Don't chase. So how can I start running out today and chasing this? If I had the belief and the knowledge that we were going to $80 today because they're about to announce something amazing, then fine. But they ain't. So I can't. It's going up because people who don't know what they're doing are buying it. I can't chase it. And I feel physically sick. Because I have the weight of responsibility, the self-imposed responsibility of sharing my trades with everyone and trying to do the right thing and protect our money. Because if you don't ever lose, these are my wins, these are my trades. If you don't ever lose and always make money, you'll always outperform the market. And I have outperformed the market. Remind myself, when I'm feeling sick today, remind myself, year to date, it's back up again now. Year to date, 4.32. Year to date, 4.32. Coca-Cola and the S&P. Year to date on the S&P. Year to date on the S&P, 0.46. I've beaten the market. I've beaten Buffett by 400% in the first 3 weeks. Martyn, why are you feeling down? Why are you feeling stressed? That's an amazing result. $5,000 to 307. Because I'm human. I'm like everybody else. I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, but I could have made another $20,000. Of course I could. Could have done all sorts of things. And it's still running. God. So I'll leave you with that. I don't want to be on for long because I've got my music show tonight. It's tough. Very, very tough, this game, especially when you're trying to help people and you're trying to give them the best information. You're trying to support people and you don't want to get it wrong and you don't want people to lose their money. You're being sensible. And being sensible in a market of nonsense is the toughest job. I think this is tougher than any job I've ever done, if I'm honest. So, going to ask you now, have you ever experienced FOMO? In the chat, in the poll right now, you're saying, yes, 79%. It's a very common disease. Yes, 79% of you have experienced this. But until you buy it, you've not been bitten. Okay? A Google poll that everyone sees, the one that trends on YouTube and Google. Have you had FOMO? Let's have a look. Just posted it a few seconds ago. 24 votes. 50-50. That tells me nothing. There you go. Let that percolate throughout the day. That's amazing, isn't it? 50-50. Anyway, it's now time to go over to my music channel. Every Friday at this time, we go over to the music channel and I can't wait tonight. Bloody hell, I need it more than ever. It doesn't matter how much money I've made. The weight of responsibility is unbearable sometimes. And sod it. I'm going to go and play some songs. So this is happening in a second. I'm going to send you all there now. So here we go. Live now. There it is. That's where we're live right now. Pin it to the top. This is the show. I'm the World Piano Man and I'm going to perform some songs and drink beer and basically have a nice time. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's go full screen. There you go. That's where we're going now. I've given you the link in the chat. It's pinned to the top. And, God, sometimes I hate this business. I know, and I should be jumping up and down, but I'm not. There's the link. There we're going next. Join me in the pub. It'll take you there automatically. Thank you for another wonderful week. I'm absolutely exhausted. Everyone be safe over the weekend because there's going to be lots of weather issues. Stand by for lots of shorts. Lots of things going on. Deeply disturbing today. Deeply disturbing. For the first time in over 70 years, the British Prime Minister has asked Donald Trump, the American Prime Minister, for an immediate apology for saying that British troops did not die in Afghanistan and they weren't even there. When the SAS and the Royal Marines that went ahead of the American army, 450 died. People in England are calling for absolute disgust and disgrace for the President of the United States. It's a very hurtful day today. My brother served in the army and lots of people are very upset by these remarks. Very upset. This is our number one ally, our number one friend. Very hurt today by what we've heard. And I've never known a time in history where the British are moving away from America. It's horrible to hear, to even imagine that this has happened, to say that soldiers who died weren't even there. Many people are very distressed by this today. Anyway, it's a tough day. It's tough in the market. It's tough in FOMO. It's tough in the world. It's a very ugly world. It just seems the loudest people make the most noise. Anyone can say anything. You can lie about anything. No one cares. And it makes me feel quite ill and upset, quite frankly. Today's been a very sad day on that basis. I've known people who have died in the Afghan war, and to be told they weren't even there and they weren't even important is terribly upsetting. Terribly upsetting. Click above my head for all the links. This will come out as a video very soon. Down in the description, pinned in the comments. over here and over here, I'll put the events because they'll be there in a moment. Please now join me on the music channel. I'll see you back on the music channel in just an hour and a half for the live show. Back on Saturday morning for Vaz. Lots coming up. That's it from me. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll see you back live in the music show in an hour and a half. Until then, as always, I love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other.